1967 Singer Gazelle. So you can see it's finished in lovely white with this red body line going down the side of it and red interior. Picked this up from a little collection in North Yorkshire. Sold a couple of cars for the same guy. He's getting on a bit now. Just sort of wants to thin them down to a couple of manageable cars that he can enjoy. His cars are always really, really well looked after. He's got this beautiful custom built, I mean, you call it a shed, but it's a bit mean to call it a shed, to be fair. These cars are always really well maintained. This one, it's shown 40,000 on the clock. It's got full history, which we'll detail in the description. It did have a clock change at 10,000 miles, which apparently is documented, but we'll go through that and detail that. So it's done 50,000 miles from new. We'll start by having a look at the bodywork. If we look at this front driver's wing, and if we look down the side of the car, you can see lovely and straight. All the panel gaps are nice all the way down. This front arch, lovely and sharp all the way around there. No sign of any marks or anything in there. It's got 4 good matching tyres on it. Nice steel wheels with the chrome hubcaps, obviously. This red stripe going all the way down. Lovely and clean. And the chrome work around it is good as well. Just on looking at it, I'm believing it's had a full proper restoration at some point, but it's been a proper job. And again, I'll do some proper research into it and we'll detail it in the description. This driver's door is lovely and clean. The glass is nice and clear on both windows on this side. Same with the quarter lights, all the seals are tidy. The rest of the door, there's no real marks or anything. Got a tiny little stuff, no, it's a bit of dust, there you go. The sill along this side is lovely, all the way along, nice and straight. Nice sharp edge along the bottom of it. Look underneath, you can see lovely and tidy all the way under there. Rear driver's side door again. There's no real marks or anything to point out. It's really, really good. All the chrome work's nice. A little bit of pitting on that one if we're going to be particularly picky. And this rear arch, got a little bit of, tiny little bit of surface rust up here and there. That just one's cleaned back and cleaned off and sealed. But the arch is lovely and solid all the way around. Another good wheel and tyre. In there is actually really clean. It's a nice easy job to fix that as well. This rear quarter's all good. This edge is nice and sharp. It's not full of filler or anything like that. A little bit of pitting on the hinges. Tiny little bit. I mean, you're talking sort of 1 or 2 dots here and there. The rest of the chrome work on the back's good. Rear bumper's nice as well. So you've got your correct badging, Singer, Gazelle and automatic. Obviously filler cap and everything there. Behind the bumper's nice and tidy. Both tail lights are good. No sort of ripples or anything in the deck lid. The roof is really smooth if you look at it. We'll move the camera around so you can have a good look, but it's lovely and smooth. And then you've got this visor coming down on the front as well, which is a nice touch. So down the passenger side again, lovely and straight. Panel gaps are nice and even all the way around. Nice sharp rear arch. Nice and clean this side. And there's all good. Another good wheel and tyre. Have a look at the sill on this side. All the way along, really nice and clean. Underside again. Got a couple of bits of dirt and stuff that we're going to clean off. Car wants just a really good clean. It's sat in the storage shed for a little while. Little mark that's been touched in there. And you've got a little mark just on the corner of the window there. Barely noticeable, you've got to get right round to see it. Chrome work on this side is good. Front wing's nice. And again, nice and sharp all the way around there. Another good wheel and tyre. Chrome on the mirrors is nice as well. Round on the front. Both headlights, they're good. All the chrome work's nice. You've got a couple of badges here. What we've got? 2049 Motor Club. Singer badge there on the Owners Club. A couple more Singer badges in case you forget what it is. So that's from the centenary from 2005. Nice clean grille. Badging's lovely. Paint around the badge is nice as well. This front bumper's good. Underside is all nice and tidy there. Bonnet, lovely and straight. There's not a ripple or a dent anywhere on this car by the looks of things. Headlight covers and stuff are all good. Chrome on this side is nice. Around the screen is lovely. I mean, I don't think it's seen a rainy day in a long time, this car. Definitely not since it's been restored. That's always a good sign. Interior, if you're going to have a white car with a red stripe, it's got to have a red interior for me. Door card on this side is lovely. The wood is really good all the way along. Painted part's nice as well. All the door shuts there, lovely and clean. Seats are fantastic. Headlining's lovely and clean. No sign of any wear on the steering wheel at all. Really, really good. The column's lovely. The shelf underneath is really tidy. And the wood, as you can see, is lovely and clean. Like I was saying earlier on, 40,520 miles on this. It did have a speedo change of 10,000 miles. So we know that it should be on 50,000. It is documented. We'll detail it in the description if you have a look. Another nice clean door card. Inside of the door is lovely and tidy. That little bleb on the arch there's another one here that just wants cleaned off and sorted out. Really nice, simple job, especially with it being white. Rear bench is lovely and tidy. Carpet set's nice and bright. Because it's from the 60s, you've got an extra ashtray down there. Because you've got to be smoking at all times, although it doesn't smell of any sort of moisture or smoke or anything at all in there. So he used this car to take his wife to the shows and things. So we've got a couple of seats and a bench and things in there. But actually, if we have a look at the proper stuff, so in the arches and the bulkhead is lovely and clean. All nice and tidy in there. The underside of the boot's good. The springs on the boot are lovely. Again, same story in here. The wood, really good. Back seat looks brand new. All the seats look fantastic. The backs of the seats on the drivers and passengers look good. Got these hats here that have been there for years. Apparently, they just like the look. Be thankful for it if it starts raining on a nice sunny picnic. Hat will solve the job. Again, passenger seat. And there's no sign of any wear at all. There's nothing to whinge about on the interior at all. All nice and clean. Wood's gorgeous. And we do have a badge down here for supplied by M. Thomas Motors of Plymouth. So that's where it came from. Always good to know. Have a look under the bonnet. If we can get it up, that is. There we go. And again, hinges on that, lovely and crisp. Just lock it into place perfectly. Hold it in place. No worries about that coming down on your head. Lovely and clean along there. Again, inside there. No sign of any corrosion at all. Really, really good. Not dropping any fluids or anything out the bottom. We'll get it started up. So it's a little bit warm on it. It's just been up the road as you've seen in the video. So we don't need any choke or anything. Just fire it up. Ticking over lovely, nice and quiet. No sign of anything puffing out the back. And again, being automatic, we did drive it to give it a good test. The gearbox is lovely and smooth. Doesn't jolt when you put it into drive or reverse or anything like that. So there you have it. Singer Gazelle, white with red interior. If you've got any questions, please give us a shout. We're happy to answer any of them. You can come and see the car yourself, or if you can't get to it, let us know. We can do video calls or send you any more photos or videos or anything you might need. Thank you. Okay, so we don't normally film our road tests, but we do try and drive most things that come in for each auction, even just down the road or around the yard, depending on what it is. But I took this out earlier on for a little drive, and I thought I just want to film it really, because I've never had something come in that sort of changed my mind so quickly. A couple of reasons. One, I learned to drive in a Singer Gazelle, so I've got a bit of an attachment to them. And two, this one being an automatic, I wasn't sure what to think. So I took it up and down the road as you would. It's a nice dry day. It's a really good example. So I just wanted to just take it up the road again. I've left it to get cool. We've got a tiny little bit of choke on. We'll back off in a second. I'm only going to take it up the road. I just want to show you. It wasn't an expensive car in its day, and the gearbox is so good. I mean, we've changed gear twice since we pulled out of that junction, and I bet you couldn't have told by it. Normally, you're jerking forward, you're jerking back. When you come off the throttle, it'll throw the car around. But this is so smooth. You put it into drive, it doesn't jerk into gear. you know, it sits there and it just pulls away. I don't know why anybody would bother with a manual one. It's amazing. So we're just going to take it up the road, just briefly. We're probably going to get hit with every red light, and stop and junction and traffic jam possible. But it just gives you a good idea of what the car's about. I mean, it's got 40,000 miles on the clock. Now we know it's had a clock change at 10,000. So it is 50,000 mile car. We'll back that choke off a little bit. There we go. So yeah, 50,000 mile car. You know, it's less than 1,000 miles a year this car's done. It has had a good restoration at some point. If you check the description, we'll detail what we know about that. But it's come from a small collection. We've sold a couple of cars from there before. He's getting older. He's thinning it down. He's really particular about his cars. And he keeps them really, really well. And I just think this car is a really good example of a well-kept car that you used to see everywhere. You don't see them around so much anymore. There can't be many automatics left. And this one, I mean, it pulls away. We've got up to 35, 40 there. No problem at all. Change gear, nice and happy. Steering is lovely and tight. And we're going to go around the roundabout here at a decent-ish speed. And you'll see it doesn't wallow around. There's no creaks or groans. You know, decent pothole there, nothing. Steering's lovely and tight, nice and light. Definitely don't need power steering or anything like that. The engine's gorgeous. Again, like I say, we don't normally do these things. We always take stuff out. Kind of the main perk of the job, really. But I just wanted to take this briefly up the road, let you have a good look at what it's about. If it's the sort of thing you're looking for, I think this, I don't see how you can find a better example. History's good. It's, you know, for me, it's the right colour, white with red. It's come from really good ownership. Like I say, we've sold a couple of cars from before. You know, we've had a beautiful Mini off him and a really nice Jag. And they were really good cars. He obviously cares about what he's got. He's not selling them from a profit point of view. They're just, you know, he's getting on now. He's retired. You know, he had 5 or 6 at one point, I think, and the, you know, fleet takes a little bit of time to maintain. You'll have to excuse the poor camera quality. We're not TV stars, we're auctioneers, but we do just want to show you what you're buying. If you want to come and have a look at the car, we're happy to start it up and show you. But I just wanted to show you that being an automatic for a start, it's not made any difference. It's not impeded me driving the car at all. If anything, it really suits it. It's like when you jump in, you know, one of the bigger Rovers or something like that with an automatic gearbox. You don't think twice about it. But we're sort of conditioned to hate anything that's got 2 pedals instead of 3. Which, you know, on a Lotus Elise I'd agree with you, but on something like this, I don't think it makes any difference at all. I'd rather have a really nice automatic example than a scruffy manual, that's for sure. Obviously we'll still do our full walk around video, we'll still show you all the bodywork, we'll start it up and all that sort of stuff. You can also check the description, we'll detail all the history and all that. And like I say, you can come and see the car yourself. It's here, we're open every day, just let us know, we can book you in. It's up to temperature now, we're off choke properly. All the gauges are reading properly. There's no squeaks, there's no rattles. It's tight as a drum. The brakes will give that a decent job, they're lovely. So there you have it. If you've got any more inquiries on the car, by all means just get in touch, like I say, and we'll happily help you out. Thank you.